Hi everyone, hope all you are doing well. So today we are going to discuss about the ER diagrams and constraints. So this is our second unit. So the table of contents are entity types, entity set, attribute type, ER model concept, notation for ER diagram, and then key constraint, primary key, foreign key, alternate key, candidate key, and super key. So we can start with data models. So what is a data model? So data model gives us an idea that how the final system will look like after its complete implementation. It defines the data elements and the relationship between the data element. So data models are used to show how data is stored, connected, accessed and updated in the database management system. Here we use a set of symbols and text to represent the information so that the members of the organization can communicate and understand it. Though there are many data models being used nowadays, but the relational model is the most widely used model. DBMS allows a user to specify the data to be stored in terms of a data model. A data model is a collection of higher level data description constraint that hides lower level storage detail. It is a collection of concepts that can be used to describe the structure of database. And then types of data model, we are learning about hierarchical data model, network data model, entity relational data model, relational model, object oriented data model, object relational data model, flat data model, and context data model. First we can discuss what is a hierarchical model. So in hierarchical model was the first DBMS model. This model organizes the data in hierarchical tree structure. And it starts from the root, which has the root data, then it expands in the form of a tree, adding child node to the parent node. So this model easily represents some of the real world relationship like food recipe, site of a website, etc. For example, we can represent a relationship between the shoe represent on a website in the following way. Like we are having shoes, we are having women's shoe as well as we are having men's shoe. So these are the parent classes. So to these parent class, the first parent class is the shoe, and to that parent class we are adding women's shoe and men's shoe as the child class. Now here women's shoe and men's shoe are the parent class, and we are here adding high heels and bellies to the women's shoes. This is the child class for women's shoe, and then in men's shoes we are adding sports shoe and sneakers as the child class to the parent class. Next one is the network model. So this model is an extension of the hierarchical model. It was most popular model before the relational model. So this model is same as the hierarchical model. The only difference is that record can have more than one parent. It replaces the hierarchical tree with a graph. For example, we are having college. So in the example below, we can see that the node student has two parents, that is CSC and the library. So these two we are considering it as the parent, and the department library, then this was earlier not possible in the hierarchical model. Next one is the object oriented data model. So in the real world, problems are more closely represented through the object oriented data model. In this model, both the data and relationship are present in a single structure known as an object. We can store audio, video, images, etc. in the database, which was not possible in the relational model. Although you can store audio and video in relational database, it is advised not to store in the relational database. In this model, two or more objects are connected through links. We use the links to relate one object to other object. This can be understood by the example given below. We can check the example. We are having the employee and then we are having the department. So in these two tables, we are having the attributes, that is name, job title, phone number and salary, department ID in employee, and the department ID and department name in the department table. So this is an example for the object oriented model. So as the name suggests, it is the combination of both the relational model and the object oriented model. This model was built to fill the gap between object-oriented model and a relational model. We can have many advanced features, like we can make complex data types according to our requirement using the existing data types. And the problem with the model is that this can get complex and difficult to handle. So the other two models are flat model and context data model. So in the flat model, it is a simple model in which the database is represented as a table consisting of rows and columns. To access any data, the computer has to read the entire table. So this makes the mode slow and inefficient. And then coming to the context data model, it is a collection of several nodes. So this consists of models like network model, relational model, etc. So using this model, we can do various types of tasks which are not possible using any model alone. So from next class, we can continue with the entity relational model. Thank you for listening to the class.